What's up, traders? We're going to be putting volume delta and cumulative volume delta on your charts for TradeStation. These indicators, volume delta and cumulative volume delta, are useful for scalpers and order flow traders. They pair nicely with TradeStation's tick-by-tick data feed. Surprisingly, these indicators did not come preloaded or native on the TradeStation platform, but they can be easily coded in EasyLanguage. If you know how to code and want to just cut and paste it, I'll put the code in the like a pinned comment. And if you do that, do stick around till the end, because there's an important setting we have to adjust to ensure that you're getting tick-by-tick data and to make sure you're not getting data that is aggregated. So let's get started. This is a 1-minute chart of the ES. It's Saturday, the markets are closed. First thing we want to do is open EasyLanguage. I've got it open already. It's off screen. I'm going to drag it down here. To get started, we will open a new indicator, and I like to start with something like an exclamation point, so it goes to the top of the list, and we're going to call this and we're just going to plot the upticks minus the downticks. So after you type the code in, you want to make sure you press the green check mark that looks for errors and also saves. Hit that. The check mark's no longer green. It's and this shows no errors. So congratulations, you just coded your first indicator. Let's do the next one. So this is just the initial, basically, equation, the upticks minus the downticks, and then we're plotting the cumulative value 1, which is just upticks minus downticks. So it's it's keeping a running tally. Don't forget the green check mark that saves and checks for errors. There we go. Good job. I'm proud of you. You code 2 indicators here. So let's add those to the chart. Starting with volume delta. I like to do histograms, and I like them to be gray. Another thing you want to make sure is that it's going on the right place on your chart. Subgraph 2 is where we're putting this one. Let's hit OK, and there we go. So you can see we've got basically the volume delta. If there's kind of a 0 line here, and if it's up, it's a positive value. If it's down, it's a negative value. Now let's put cumulative delta on the chart. Forgot to put the exclamation point. So it's down here, cumulative, and we're putting it on subgraph 3. I like this one to be yellow, and I like the line. Okay, so there we have it. Cumulative volume delta will start on the very second bar of the chart. So that's way back here. So that's I've got the chart starting at midnight on Friday the 27th. So what we want to do to get, I like the volume cumulative volume delta to become like to start at 0 at the cash market open at 8:30. One thing to keep in mind is TradeStation labels the bars based on the minute that the bar closes. So the first bar of the cash market at 8:30 Chicago time is at the bar that is labeled 8:31. So let's get our chart to start with the previous bar, and then it will begin calculating on the first bar of the 8:30 Chicago session. So to do that, I wish there were a way that I knew of to code that. If you found a way to code that, please put that in the comment section. But what I do is I set my own session. So this session is customized, and it will start at 8:30. So the first bar would be the 8:30 bar, and that's the bar that closes at 8:30. And so the first bar that it begins calculating is the bar that starts at 8:30 and closes at 8:31. It's labeled 8:31. So on that bar, the first bar of the session, the delta was -641, and it's plotting -641. So it's working. That's cumulative delta starting at the Chicago session open. Next, let's make sure you have tick by tick data enabled, and that is pretty easy. Go to File, Preferences, Network, and go to Streaming Data Optimization, and make sure that the bar is down to none. That ensures that there's no aggregation of data. It may be by default at standard, and that will aggregate some of your data. So I keep mine on none. All right, that's it. Good trading.